Hello, you beautiful internet you, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Careful Cantrip, where a group of friends, nope, that's not the intro. It's been a while since I've actually done this. Welcome to our summer of one-shots, where we have a ton of wonderful, wonderful, exotic, and beautiful DMs who are joining us to tell a tale by the campfire, or as they wish. Tonight we have none other than my good friend, probably the most erotic DM that I know, Dead Aussie Gamer. Give him a round of applause.
Thank you.
Woo! Before we get started for the evening, we did say we've made so many pre-announcements on this. It will blow your mind. We've announced and pre-announced and post-announced and everything. And tonight is the night the big announcements will be made. So I'm glad you were able to join us today. But first and foremost, we are going to start with our good friend. Who are we starting with? Bobby. We are starting with Bobby for the evening. Bobby, take it away.
Right. Big thanks to World Anvil for sponsoring this. Right now, if you can get a 12-month subscription for 40% off using code Careful Cantrip. But with that said, we do have to do our Careful Creations, which will be happening through our dearest friend, Rob.
Oh my gosh,
So-
wait. Thank you for the bits across the streams and Art Heart Studios. So
Thanks,
nice.
guys.
Thanks, guys.
And now someone can go ahead and roll D20 in chat so we can find out what voice Rob will be using.
Oh god, the funnest part of the whole day.
The most fun part.
I even screwed up the music in the intro, Rob. So it's there's nothing other than dead silence right now. It's literally just you.
Yes.
Oh,
No
and
pressure.
GF
No
Powers
pressure
and
whatsoever.
Mojo Jojo, thank you for the bits.
Thanks, guys.
You're the
So
best.
a 9, Rob,
What is that?
is going to be your sexiest voice
Oh my god.
for us, if you don't mind.
My Jesus
Oh
Christ.
no.
Oh, I apologize way in advance for this. My sexy.
And you're welcome.
Oh no.
This is where I wish this was whiskey.
Whenever you're ready.
I'll never be ready for this, but all right. I'm gonna crack myself up here.
All right.
All right. So today on the World Anvil Creations. Jesus Christ.
This is good. This is good. Keep it
You're
going.
doing good. You're doing good.
Nailing it.
I'm bringing back an old classic from the olden days, renaming it the CC Spike Chain. This is a two-handed weapon with the properties of reach and a special property. Jesus Christ. The damage is a whopping 2d4 slashing damage, and upon a hit, the special ability is, on a successful hit, you can attempt immediately a trip attempt as your bonus action, but you can only do this for a larger size or lower. On a successful trip, you do an additional 1d4 damage.
Maybe say it slow.
All right.
Chains and whips excite me.
Amazing.
Thank you, Rob.
Well done.
Take
Well
it away,
done.
Rayna.
And thank you so much, World Anvil, once again for
We're sorry.
sponsoring whatever the hell this is.
Okay, so exciting. So exciting things. We promised you 3 big announcements, and boy, do we have 3 of them. I'm going to do 2 of them. So the first one, which is super duper exciting. You've all been asking us, as you know, Dave and I got engaged a little under a year ago. Yay. And most of you know that we are getting married in July, specifically. Wow, you guys are my hype man tonight. That's great. We are getting married July 16th, which is super exciting. But the exciting news for you all is we're going to live stream the ceremony right here. And guess what? We won't be running the tech, so it'll actually run smoothly and on time. So it'll be great. The first time we'll actually have something that runs smoothly on here, and we can all celebrate together because Dave and I have shared so much with you guys over the past almost 2 years now. So we'd love for you all to I don't know, have a way to see us. So
Can I
Anyways.
say the thing also?
what's the thing?
I'm a flower girl, guys.
Bobby is
Just
the
saying.
flower
Yes,
girl.
Bobby is in fact the flower girl. That is not a joke in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
It's going to be fantastic.
Beautiful. So
Yes.
tune in for that.
Also, if someone could let me know if I'm still echoing, that would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that is July 16th, and I believe that someone is working on invitations. So we'll let you all know if you want a personal invite, join our Discord because that's how you're going to get it. Okay, so announcement number 2. Okay, huge drum roll. Actually, not yet. Don't drum roll yet.
Okay.
With the
We're not drum rolling.
the exciting thing is you all have asked for it. We have noticed, first of all, Crimson Rockstar has been a fantastic member of this community. He promos us more than we promo ourselves, which is why we have dubbed him the master of marketing. And we have seen what you have been calling for in chat. And we have decided, and in talks with Crimson as well, he has graciously agreed. Crimson Rockstar is now an official mod of the Careful Cantrip channel, which I'm going to do right now and hope to God that this works.
And what is mod spelled backwards, Rayna?
Damn.
Oh, Dom? Why?
Dom.
Why are you making me
Jill,
say
why did you have
that?
to say that? Steve Conley, thank you so much for the
yes.
raid, and we're sorry that you came to us because, oh boy, you walked into a whole bunch of mess.
I think it worked. Crimson, type something in chat. Also, now we will swing it over to Dave for the last announcement. Everybody, drum roll.
Okay.
Perfect. Wait,
Your
is
mic
that
just clipped.
Doesn't pick it up.
is that a drawer?
It is a
Do
drawer.
you have a
This is
drawer,
also
like
my
literally
dice
a
box.
drawer for your dice box?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
My God.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, that's
Nice.
a fancy
Here's
music.
my drum roll then.
Ooh.
Very nice. Very nice. So, as our final announcement for the evening, I am not putting down any of the things already announced because how can you get that much better than a wedding and a mod? Well, I will tell you exactly how. I'm here to announce the official release date of Careful Cantrip Campaign 2. We will be starting our next campaign on August 9th, 2023. Shit!
No.
Damn it! I knew I was too excited. I knew I was going to fuck this up. 2022. Mark your calendars, ladies and gentlemen,
Get
because
excited for it.
it's going to be a big one. Been working hard on it in the backgrounds. I said hard on, and we are very excited to share all of the things with you. Very, very excited. So, campaign 2 will begin August 9th. Crimson. So thank you so much. With that said, I don't think I have anything else to say. I don't think our lovely CC CEO has anything else to say, and our wonderful basement goblin artist has nothing left to say. So let's turn it over to the last person with someone to say. DM Dag, if you would do us the honors in taking it away.
All right. Well, welcome one and all. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and I will be taking you deep, deep below the lands of my homebrew world of Olestria, where in which the clan holds of the Stoutlands, home to the dwarves, is currently abuzz with news that a new dungeon has been found. But that's not where we're going to be taking our players, because that's really cool, and there's lots of really awesome things in there. However, the one thing that stops all adventurers from delving into these kinds of dungeons has impeded the Dwarven kingdoms. A large door with strange and mysterious white writings. The metal and materials so dense and so formidable that even the greatest of the mining tools afforded to the dwarves seems to have no effect on it. It is now a mad scramble for the Dwarven kingdoms, the various clanholds, to try and rally their men, their women, their children, to try and find a way to penetrate this ominous-looking structure and get to the treasure within. To this end, we find ourselves in a hospital. There, lying on a bed, is an old dwarf, an elderly and frail-looking individual who seems to be attached to a series of strange-looking instruments, most carved in stone, while some are made of glassware. It almost looks like this person is part man, part apothecary. This that lies before you, should I say, is none other than Galen Bronzefoot, a very wealthy entrepreneur who had come to his wealth through the various lucrative bronze mines that he had afforded throughout the Stoutlands. Surrounding him are an unusual group, not relatives, friends, or doctors, but dungeon delvers, some of the best that the Dwarven Kingdoms can afford. Could I have you introduce your characters, please? Starting with a description, beginning with, who's on my, Farron.
That's great segue because I don't know if you know, but we have the intro video for you. So I don't know if you want to run it
Yeah.
or
I've got the
after.
intro.
I don't know if you
Damn it.
planned this
No,
whole
we'll go-
thing
well,
out.
I've got a point for it. I got a point.
Okay,
Okay, good.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
good.
Don't worry.
Okay, we
We
were
know
all
what we're
sitting here
doing.
panicking.
We know
yeah.
what we're doing.
Yeah, don't panic.
Okay,
Come
we'll
on.
just cut this part out in post.
No, don't. This is the important part. This is like
This
the.
is-
God damn it.
The joke is like we have a post. Are you kidding? Okay, sorry. All right, Farron is a dwarf. She's got like blonde white hair, kind of short up to her shoulders, and she's got these like bright ambery, yellowy, orangey eyes, and she's adorned in like clerical outfit. She's got chainmail on, but on top she has like the symbol of like this glowing flame on her cloak or material that's sitting on top of her chainmail. And she is probably sitting down with her like forearms on her knees, and she's like playing with this lighter that she's sort of like a Zippo lighter or whatever. She's like flipping it open and closing it. And every time she opens it, it's sort of got like a blue flame. Yeah. She's cleric too. Did I say that? I forgot. Sorry.
Next up, we have standing adjacent a rather burly, strong, and mighty dwarf, Priscilla.
Priscilla Sugarbee. I almost feel like I don't need to explain this, but I'll do it anyway. She has orange hair, bangs that cover her eyes, with two large sort of like space buns, I think is what girls call that hairstyle, along with an extremely large maul that she carries on her back, and a sort of kilt and a plummeting neckline showing just a very tasteful amount of cleavage.
Very nice, very tasteful.
Mhm.
On the other side of the bed, across from the large stone instrument, we see a rather wise and somewhat charismatic-looking character, Tordek.
With Tordik, what you see is he's completely bald, and with his dragon ancestry, he has golden tattoos that go across his forehead and down his eyes. He has a long beard that goes basically to the middle of his belly, white ashy on the outsides, gold trim on the middle. He wears bright flashy robes, mainly in reds and golds, symbolizing his in touch with his heritage. And constantly on his side or in his hand, he carries his orb, which he has carved into like a dragon eye as his spell focus orb.
Very nice. And lastly, at the foot of the bed, Yukon.
Standing at the foot of the bed, you see a figure with a look of stone on his face, eyes piercing, a golden auburn, Long flowing beard downward, no mustache to be had on this one, with long hair that throws back, little trinkets throughout it, with a long cloak that he wears over his shoulders. The only thing you can see from his hands is the metal of his armor. That's yet to be seen.
Mm.
The figure on the bed wearily opens his eyes and says, "It's very weird of you to be narrating your description to me. But I suppose in these times my old eyes aren't quite what they used to be. I've summoned you all here because, as you know, everyone is talking about the great door of Brio, wanting to know what secrets and treasures lie within. But little do they understand what it is they seek. You see, many years ago, in old Brio, the old and shut down mines, the words and writings that are now emblazoned upon this door were found, deep cut into stone. My mining company found evidence of this, and I believe that it holds the key to opening and accessing the dungeon. A great reward is being offered to any who can help get through the door and usher in another age of wealth for the Dwarven kingdoms. But we have something they do not. The tablet found in my mine is still there. Unfortunately, due to a terrible accident, the dwarf miners were forced to retreat into the bunkers. The bunkers themselves sealed away, and word from the mines being lost. This was decades ago now. Barely a memory, still stuck, rattling in my old mind. If there is one last thing I could do before I pass, it is to make more money. So I have asked you, the four of you, to come here and undertake a perilous journey, to go to Old Brio, disarm the traps and find the tablet, return it here, and I will ensure that you're rewarded, not only with whatever treasure may remain within the vault itself, but with a good portion of the stipends provided by the Paragon for the opening of the vault.
You'll see Yukon's eyes kind of light up a little bit at the mention of the word Paragon. Aye. If you say it be true, we'll go take a look for you, old man.
And what of the rest of you? Would
I
Seems like-
think. Go ahead.
No, you
Jinx.
go ahead with
Double
that.
jinx.
I see bringing the siblings together was good. You will need to work together and be in sync in order to really overcome many of the challenges.
I think that sounds mighty fine to me, sir. I think that we should spit on it. And she'll flip her lighter closed and put her hand out. Spit in her hand and then put her hand out.
As he tries to raise his hands, you can see these tubes going into his wrists, like attached to various like bladders, and he's trying to like reach out, but he apologizes. Your word is strong, and your bond is understood.
That's fine, I guess. And she'll just rub the spit off her clothes.
Please add glob of spit to your inventory.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, might come in handy.
My dear friend, You have remained cautiously silent. What say you, Tordek of the Arcane?
This would be a great honor and a pleasure to figure out what is behind that door. You can count on me. As he sits there and just rubs his ball, not his orb.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, as you leave, Gatsby will provide you with a map and resources for travel. Take with you this. He reaches around his neck and pulls out what looks to be two separate keys that come together in his hand and form a single mechanism, almost like a cylinder with several moving parts. He says, "This is the only way in. To breach the doors, you must go into the office and the storage chambers and unlock the vault from outside. It can only be done with these keys. Do not lose them. Treat them as you would your lives." And he hands you the tumbler.
All right. Priscilla's gonna reach out and put it just kind of like in her bra. Just throw it in there.
As you do so, the old man grabs hold of your arm. While he seemed to be trying to hold on tightly, his grip is almost like that of a child as he goes, "Remember, dangers. Do not succumb. Stay strong. Don't get in too deep." As he then passes out. And roll intro. Yeah.
Nice.
Nicely done. Intro time. Ready, go.
Our heroes find themselves in a dark, dank chamber. Unworked stone of the mines rattling around beneath their feet. The old iron rails that used to travel mining carts up and down this small chamber are all that lie before them as they travel through the dark. As they move, they take a moment to, I guess, discuss, as they have never worked together before, the methods and particularities of how they will travel once they approach the dungeon. The scene is yours. This is basically a campfire scene. Take a moment to discuss anything you would like to pre-arriving at the dungeon and how you'd like to prepare.
Priscilla's just fixing her hair. So
Oh, you're always gonna fix your hair like that, Priscilla?
I like to look good. You should try it.
That's kind of rude. I think I look just fine.
Oh, no, you do.
So
Well-
are we going to discuss the caves or are we going to discuss our hairstyles?
I think we should discuss the caves. That's what I'm trying to say to Priscilla here, but instead Priscilla wants to be rude to me. So yeah, let's just focus on
You
the
can do
caves.
both.
Then. What do you think, Tordek?
I'm not 100% sure what to think. All I know is if it comes to anything magical, that'll be my expertise. I don't know. What do you bring to the table? What kind of skills do you think you can bring inside here?
Farron will flip her lighter open and she'll say, "Well, I certainly like burning things." Hopefully there's something that I'll get to burn. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm going to do with all this pent up energy.
Just be sure to stay away from my buns.
All right. That's what you really want. I could do a fancy haircut for you. I've seen these short videos. I don't know if they exist in this world or not, but in my head they exist, where they actually take a lighter and they just burn your hair instead of cutting it. We could try that later if you want.
No.
All right.
Any.
So what do you bring to the table, Dan?
Well, I've got this hammer. She slams her maul into the floor. Isn't that pretty tough?
That is pretty tough. What about you, Yukon? You're so quiet over there, scheming away, probably.
You'll see Yukon kind of standing off to the side with a piece of flint rock in his hand, sharpening a small dagger. What do I bring to the table? While you talk about fancy haircuts and fire blazing in any way, I can tell you I've spent many a day down in the mines. I know what to expect. And based on what I'm hearing, you're loud, you're bright, you're magic. You're all as good as dead. We're not walking into little candy lands. There's sharp down there. There's dark down there. And if you follow my lead, you might make it out alive. No one's
I
been...
have the power of the dragon's ancestry protecting me. I don't think you... I think you underestimate my abilities.
I hope that I do. But I'll tell you now. The darkness is everyone's friend down there. Be wise.
I don't know.
Be soft. Be quiet. Or you'll end up like me. And he'll pull up his sleeves, revealing that, in fact, both of his arms have been lopped off. Now having some kind of metal prosthetic on either side. If you wish to keep your hands, you'll listen to what I say.
All right.
With this image burned inside your minds, you continue traveling until eventually you come to a large chamber of worked stone. The architecture very clearly dwarven, and there are words written in dwarvish along the walls, which says effectively emergency exit bunker 483Y, which matches the coordinates on your map. As you make your way in, you see, if we can go to the map, please.
Ooh, map time.
Also, since we're taking a quick break, anybody have any ETA on the music? Do we have any right now? I don't know. Quick question here.
You should be hearing some music right about.
Okay, good. I was just worried that I wasn't. Tech Goblins got us.
No. All right, can you guys hear that?
I can't, but if other people can.
It's faint on
Oh,
my end.
I hear it now. Okay.
All right. It should be very subtle.
Okay.
All right. The chamber you arrive in is a large and open space. There are doors to both the east and the west, but the most prominent door is directly in front of you to the north. A large, heavy iron door that seems to depict two dwarves, one with a pick, one with a hammer, both of them clutching their respective tools in hand, crossing over, almost if to bar or to tell you to not proceed further. These giant effigies that are carved into the iron are both intimidating to beasts, but also serve as a dire warning to any who might try to take from the clan holds. As you enter as well, you notice that the ground here is just laden with dust. With your dark vision, which all of you have, yes, I know, you can see that the dust here is is just kind of billowing and mostly have gathered in the corners. No one has come here in many, many, many years.
If y'all like, I can burn away these cobwebs and she'll just flip open her lighter and literally start. It'll be a yellow flame. She'll start trying to burn all the cobwebs away.
As you do so, please make me a reflex save,
You die.
which is a dexterity check in DAG terms.
Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Dirty 20.
Nice. As the flames ignite the cobwebs, they spread throughout the actual room itself, giving it a moment of illumination. It is here and in a fleeting moment that you suddenly see blood on the walls. Now, dark vision traditionally is black and white. You can't actually see in color. However, this momentary flash of actual light has revealed the stains that actually line this wall. It looks as though someone had lost quite a great deal of vital fluids in this chamber. The source not clear. There is no body. There is no bones or anything like that around you.
Is this where you lost your arms, Yukon?
Yukon will just kind of look over and give a dirty look towards Farron. I'd like to walk over to the blood and
I think
kind
that's
of
a no.
swipe my finger on it to see how fresh it is.
It is dried to the wall as you scrape it off. It is naught but powder at this point.
I'll scrape a little bit off and give it a little taste.
There's an iron-like taste to it. Can I get you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Can't just be going around licking people's blood, man.
Yeah.
Can if I want to.
You're my guest.
That's going to be a 15. And if it's poison, then it's a 17.
It is not a poison. But you do taste it, and it just tastes like kind of like dirt and iron.
Bale?
Ale?
Whale?
Well. Oh. It is blood.
I heard Bale as well. All right, so Bale.
I'm working on
Yeah.
it. Bale?
Turn around. All right, thank you very much, everyone. This has been great. Thanks for having me. What an adventure.
Horduck is going to walk towards the actual door to see if there's some sort of latch or anything like that that would indicate how to open this thing.
The super large doors do not have any kind of latch or handhold. I'm even going to say that just as a precaution, you kind of like try to slide and push it. This thing must weigh at least 4 or 5 tons. The actual structure of it is not uncommon to the Dwarven Kingdoms. What it would actually be is it would be what is called, it is literally called deep iron. Deep iron is one of the most dense materials that is available to the Dwarven Kingdoms, and set into its center is a marble core. Basically just bits of incredibly heavy stone to make moving it nigh impossible without, probably using the mechanism and the like. Vault is definitely the right word.
So there must be some type of latch or control board to open these doors somewhere.
You do still notice that, again, to the west and to the east, there are 2 smaller doors as well.
Priscilla's going to go to the one to the east and just kind of look it over, see if there's somewhere where she can fit the key thing that
There is
given
indeed.
to her. Yeah.
Well, at least you can see that there is an area that allows you to fit part of the key. So as mentioned, there's
Yeah,
a
it's
separate
split,
bit, and then when you
so I
combine
can
it,
split
yeah.
it. Okay.
So one of the keys definitely fits within this area.
Hey, over here.
What'd you find there?
Okay. Farron will go over.
Well, I figure we can go either here or in the other one.
Or maybe you need to do it both at the same time.
I don't think we should split the party.
Why
I've
not?
never
think we
heard of
should-
anything going wrong when people do that.
Yeah.
I
It's a
spend
good
most of
one.
my time on my own anyway.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Yukon. I'm saying that we stay together, Yukon. Not you go have your alone time. You stay with us. How about you change it up for a day? We pick a way. We could do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
How fast do you run?
Checking stats. Not very fast. Normal. I'd
I'll
say
go
normal.
with this one then.
Just me? What's with you wanting to split the party?
As long
I'm
as I
gonna
can
open
run
the door
faster.
Oh, wow.
Priscilla's going to turn the key and try to open the door. The east door.
As you turn the key, you hear the sounds of stones sliding, almost as if falling down a short distance before you hear this latch turn. The door opens with little resistance. A small gust of wind from the stale, stagnant air in the chamber beyond suddenly blows in your general direction, revealing this. A large room stands before you with several jars lined up against a lower set of stairs leading slightly higher to an elevated point. Each of these jars seems to have been broken into or smashed to some degree. It looks very intentional. It's not as if these jars have like toppled over and stuff like that. It looks like someone has gone through and like rummaged or ransacked this place. The chamber beyond seems to have a door leading further to the east. As you enter this place, you hear the sounds of something moving in the dark. You cannot see anything, but definitely hear the sounds of almost like scurrying or feet moving.
Don't like that very much. I don't know about y'all.
Could just be cave rats.
Well, there's one way to find out. I'm going to use Speak with Beasts.
Oh my god.
Any rats out there? Or speak with animals. Yeah, that's what it is.
Persuasion check.
Sure. Not necessarily good at that. That is a 14. Can
I don't
anyone
hear.
else not hear Dag right
Sorry,
now?
I don't-
Yeah.
That's fine. I've got
There it is.
So for those of you who don't know, Dag is constantly besieged by a silence wizard. Just slowly start to kill him, and yeah, he follows me on streams and stuff like that. All right, you hear.
All I know is I saw this, and I didn't like that. So
No, this is fine. This is fine. This is just someone drinking a very small cup of coffee.
Totally
Right,
normal.
right.
Yeah, it's
all right.
fine.
No rats here, I'm afraid.
and what are you then?
Come closer and find out.
Okay, so there's something really bad over there.
What is
Oh,
it?
come now. Really bad is just a matter of perspective.
Mm. Is there any way that Priscilla would know that this is probably like a giant spider or something?
Nah.
No?
You don't converse with spiders very often.
Okay.
However, I'm going to reward your roleplay with something. You are now arachnophobic.
Right on. I love that.
Your character has
That's not really
disadvantage on
role-playing, though, for
anything that
Bobby.
would bring you close to or engage with a spider.
I think one of you should go first.
All righty. What about you, Yukon? You're all like, follow me and you won't die kind of thing. I think you should step up and go first, because whatever Priscilla was just talking to scared the shit out of her.
I'm not scared.
I beg to differ.
I'm cautious.
Mm-hmm.
You and that big hammer. What do you got to be nervous about?
Yeah, that's true.
Yukon's already starting to make his way, completely ignoring the
Don't have to prove
idiocracy
myself
around
to
him.
you.
All right. As you get closer, you suddenly find yourself up on the next ledge, door to the east, and to the north, a large, almost it's like a turnstile wheel. You believe that multiple people would be needed to kind of turn this thing around, but coiled on top of the wheel, you see a giant centipede rising up.
Can
Its
DM Dave
legs-
run away?
Am I afraid of centipedes?
Its legs, one after the other, kind of undulating beneath it as it sort of rises up to meet Yukon's gaze.
With no fear in his heart or his eyes, he'll look towards the creature. I mean you no harm. But if we must, we must. And I'll take a couple steps closer.
As you get closer, still hearing the sounds of the creature's voice, Priscilla, it says,
You are not from the Master's clan hold, and I cannot allow you to pass.
I wouldn't go near there.
Why?
I don't think he likes you.
That's too bad then, isn't it? How big is this thing in comparison to my size?
So giant centipedes by nature are roughly, I'd say roughly like maybe about, they're long enough to wrap around your body twice. But as far as like actual girth and height goes, you know, it's about maybe that big in terms of just wide.
All right. Easy. And I'll begin to back away a little bit, back to my companions.
Well, how did it go in there?
Yeah.
It's
What
fine.
happened?
It's absolutely fine.
Really?
Miss
So-
Sugarbee, did you only hear the one voice?
Yeah.
There's a giant bug. I hate bugs.
I
Do you want me to just burn it?
don't like bugs either.
Oh my god. Oh my
Dave will
god.
also inherit a entophobia.
I'm
And don't worry, this is important as well.
I'm an anthrophobia.
My god, what's wrong with the both of you? Tordik, you go in there next.
Funny how you volunteer other people to do your work. Why don't you
Gets
come with
things-
me?
I'll go behind you. How
And
about
we'll
that?
take care of this little bug problem.
I'll help translate.
All right. And Tordik will just start walking in cautiously.
Farron will follow.
As you do so, once again, the creature raises up to meet your gaze and you know, kind of like, again, does this passing over with like these little antennae that wiggle like whips, and again says,
You are not from the Master's clan hold.
No, but we could be. We could join. We're looking to join some teams here together. Are you recruiting?
Yeah? No. But you must be accepted by the Master's apprentice.
You said no, and that you have to be accepted by the master's apprentice.
How do we do that? Where's the master's apprentice?
Ask her
Apprentice.
who the master is.
Who's the master?
Who's the master?
What they said.
Is Galen Bronzefoot, and he resides in the cities of the Dwarven Kingdoms. He tasked me with protecting his place, and I will do so with my last breath.
Isn't that
The guy who sent
the
us?
So I
Right.
don't
Yeah.
beat a dead horse, I will just relay things. Okay,
Yes,
that's
yeah.
what's happening here.
No, I want to hear you do the voice.
Yep.
I didn't. Oh, I already forgot the name.
Galen? He sent us here. Galen Bronzefoot sent us here.
That's the guy who warned us about going in too deep.
Tordek, as a member of the arcane cast of the Dwarven Kingdoms, you would understand very quickly the notion of familiars. This creature is there with purpose and is there with quite a strong modicum of intelligence. This is because when a familiar is assigned, or should I say acquired by a member of the arcane cast, they adopt a stronger sense of self and personality. This is not just a centipede, but likely a spellcasting centipede, with magic powers granted by the connection between him and his master. Also, again, Galen, you had not previously understood to be a member of the same caste as yourself, but would explain how he understood who you were at a gaze.
Should we kill it?
Do you still have a connection with your master?
Do you still have a connection with your master?
Yes, I sense his life force waning. And when he dies, so shall I. But till that time, I will protect his legacy.
Then you
Right.
should reconnect with him and let him know that he sent us here. So you should let us pass.
Yeah.
Relayed.
Should we kill it?
Not yet.
No.
All right.
Okay, make a persuasion check, please, Tordek. That is quite good, and do so with advantage.
Persuasion plus 4. 22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
All right. With the 22, the creature slumps for a moment, its head hanging down, its antennae working, and eventually straightens.
The master has permitted you passage.
We're
And
good
you
to
watch as
go.
it crawls down the side of the turnstile, and then it seems to just sort of slink off to a small corner. Just slinks off to a small corner to the right and just into like kind of a crack in the wall.
Ugh.
Tell your master thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot.
It's clear. You can enter. He won't bother us anymore.
See, Tordek, you and I think we make a great team. These two little scaredy cats couldn't do nothing. But together, you and I, we got rid of that thing.
Okay, could you talk to a centipede?
Priscilla, I've always wondered, what does a bug sound like? Like, exactly what does it sound like?
It kind of sounds like this.
Yeah, that's what I
I
guessed.
don't like it.
Lose 10 XP. Real quick, Dave, is the map updating for you guys?
I see a little turning wheel. Oh, it's not updating
It did,
on the stream.
because I
Yeah.
didn't have it open.
No, there you go.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, good.
I
Just
don't know why I
checking.
keep slipping into Italian, guys. You don't have to point it out. Doing my best.
You're doing so good, Bobby. You're
You
doing
did
so
amazing.
good.
You did
Yeah.
amazing. I'm very
Never done
impressed.
an Irish
Very
accent or Spanish or whatever the hell
I'm very.
I've never even
impressed.
done an Italian accent. I don't know how that's happening.
You impressed me. I'm impressed.
Maybe that's your default.
Keep it up.
Maybe
Oh,
you're
we're gonna have
Italian
like
in another
15
life.
different ones by the time we're done.
Yeah.
That don't matter.
I knew this would happen. It's fine.
Okay, so from here, as mentioned, there is the turnstile, and there is the door that leads further to the east as well.
Is there any writings or anything on the turnstile?
Yes, it has a turn left, written on it.
Mm.
Well, might as well follow instructions.
Wait.
Give me a hand.
Wait,
What?
I've seen something like this before.
Where and why and how? What, when? All the W's and the H.
So, how many W's?
All of
Ray, have you
them.
seen it?
Don't make me count them for you. Just answer the goddamn question,
right.
you
All
con.
right.
Why not spin the wheel?
It was in my youth, long, long ago. There was a wheel that looked just like this,
Mm-hmm.
and we turned it, and it would ground up the wheat in the mill.
Okay, I mentioned a feral. Just start pushing.
I think we're in a mill.
Priscilla Shoby's also starting to.
Yeah, Baron starts pushing.
All
Go
right,
left.
All right.
lose your
As
arms then.
All right, as the turnstile begins to move, with three of you working on it, there is no issue here. As the wheel starts to turn, you hear the grinding of stone and steel. The whole building starts to shudder, and dust falls from above you. The huge iron door begins to slide open. And as it does so, it sort of goes into almost like this this cavity in the side of the wall. Every single turn getting you closer and closer until, of course, you hear that final satisfying chunk. The first door has now been penetrated. However, a second iron door stands before you. A single dwarf emblazoned in the iron, this time with a dwarven hand gesture normally associated with telling people where to stick certain objects, is now on the final door to the vault within. Good job. I would also like to award a hero point to both Yukon and Priscilla for playing into their fear of bugs and insects. Well done.
Nice.
I love
Yep.
that.
Now, what do we do with hero points?
Hero points can be used for a number of different things in my games. Hero points can be used to approach the bench to petition the GM for some nonsense. The other thing it can be used for is to stave off a killing blow at the cost of all your remaining hero points.
Oh shit.
Is
That's
this a
valuable.
Pathfinder thing?
I say killing. I say it's felling. No, it's a dag thing.
Okay,
That's inspired by a Pathfinder thing.
all right.
How about shut up, Dave? How about that? Hmm?
I was going to
I, can
ask
I
if
gave
I
him
could.
out. I can take him back.
Well, I was going to ask if I could give it to someone else, because gross.
Oh my god, wow.
I like it. Can I have another one?
Yum yum yum. Okay, so you're still in this this chamber with the turnstile. Like I said, there's still one more door here if you want to explore. Otherwise, you can press on.
I'll walk up and press on the door.
No.
No? It's
Now
not-
he gets brave.
That's the-
All right. Pressing onto the door, you find yourself in a storage room. The storage room here seems to be filled with petrified food. Water and other supplies seem to have been left here, abandoned and discarded. Much of which still pristinely kept in their various boxes and the like. You basically pull up like a bit of rotten fruit that is turned to stone because of how long it's been here. Several sacks have been dug into, likely by rats or some other creature. But besides that, this place is otherwise undamaged. Your dwarven eyes see something written here. It is a curse. Now, dwarves are a somewhat superstitious bunch, and believe in things that lurk in the dark, and believe in the powers of magic that can be used for both good and commerce, and magic that can be used to do horrible and terrifying things and bring ruin. Though the words written here on several of the crates are a curse of ruin. Likely, this is one of the reasons why no self-respecting or wise-minded dwarf would touch this. Touch any of this food.
I'll go and touch the food.
Oh. I thought you were supposed to be our leader.
Aye.
As you go out and touch the food, there's nothing wrong. You touch the crates. You kind of look at some of the fruits, maybe pick some of it up. Again, most of it is just petrified. You do find some like dried jerky, but it's several 100-year-old dry jerky, so it could be good. Could be, potentially, dwarves have the stomach of a concrete rhinoceros. So really, the water is stagnant. Again, diseases may be rampant here, but touch and go as far as that's concerned. And you do find nestled in and amongst this what looks to be a signet ring. The signet ring is of the House of the Bronzefoot.
What you got there, Yukon?
I found a ring here. And it's given me pause.
I can tell it's giving you pause. You're definitely taking that. Can I see it? And Farron will take it out of his hand.
All right.
What?
All right.
Well, what's giving you pause? What's the matter with it?
I remember seeing a ring like this long ago.
Yukon does remember seeing a ring like this. Back in the day, Yukon used to work in a deep mine where it was kind of connected intermittently between the mine that he was working with and a gas mine. As an accident occurred, these rings were actually given and deployed to notable, or so should I say, important individuals. And what it did was create a air bubble around the individual wearing this ring. In the event of a intense gas leak or the like, it would keep them safe and give them breathable air for a week or two, maybe even more. This would also be used underwater to provide a suit that would allow one to breathe while submerged. You remember seeing one because you also recall a terrible accident that happened in one of the mines in which this ring was utilized by a member of the mining group. He chose to abandon all of the people in the mine during the accident, and you gave him a good Yukon-styled disciplinary interaction.
I'll relay all that information to my companions and follow up by saying, he was useless anyway, like a Yukon potato.
Oh my God. Alrighty, well, here you found this. You can have it. I was just curious. I wanted to see it. Patience really isn't my virtue. So here, you can have it. Colonel, toss it back to him.
Oh, Jesus.
Well,
Right.
Speaking of patience, we still got one more door to get through.
I like your thinking. Let's go.
Before exiting the room, I give a little nod to the centipede, acknowledging the thank you for minding his business while we do ours.
It's very hard to read the expressions on a centipede. Much like any insect, their alien-like mentality is quite foreign and bizarre, but it seems to give you some sort of acknowledgement of what you said. Little antennae tweaks and little movements of its jowls, that kind of thing. Now, as Priscilla makes their way to the next chamber and the door, the door, while it seems to fit the key and you hear the same mechanism unlatch, seems to be stuck. There's a certain weight behind it.
Oh, she's gonna try to force it open.
All right, make me an athletics check as you try to put your shoulder into it and just force the door open.
That is a dirty 20.
Pew, pew,
Ooh,
pew.
very nice.
14 plus 6.
This door doesn't know what hit it. As Priscilla checks this door and
There we
cracks
are.
open. Again, that same hiss of the stale air escaping greets you as you enter this particular chamber, and again, another flight of stairs leads up to another turnstile. Here, however, there is another scent. There is the scent of decay, of rot and death.
Ugh, Priscilla.
It wasn't me.
Immediately to your left upon entering, you can see scattered pages of dwarven script laying around the area. The thing that you had forced out of the way appears to be some sort of like stone chair or bit of furniture that after your quite dedicated push has managed to open it.
I wonder why they were trying to keep people out.
Doesn't smell very nice down here. Maybe that's one of the reasons. Or that petrified food. It's gross.
Well,
I mean, it doesn't make sense because the door is the way out of the tunnel.
there's only one thing I can think of here, lads and lass. Perhaps they weren't trying to keep anyone out. Trying to keep something in.
It must have been very terrifying if they were willing to sacrifice their lives to keep it in here.
Can any of you read?
Sorry?
Can any of you read?
Oh,
Read.
Not
Read
very well.
what?
well, of course.
I can read Dwarvish and Common. I'm quite experienced in literature, as you can tell.
I'll go pick up some of the loose papers, hand it over.
over
Taking a
the
cursory look
shoulders.
at taking a closer look at the papers, they seem to be manifests and details on shipping in and out of the mines in the Bronzefoot territories. If you would like to, I could say you spend maybe 5 minutes if you want to, going through all of the notes to uncover more. Otherwise, this is all you can kind of tell from a cursory glance.
Is someone reading?
This is up to Farron.
I can't.
Boy.
I can't. read.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought this was
No,
UConn.
no, that's fine.
No, I can't. read.
Sure.
No,
I'll take a deeper look.
Okay, Tordek and Farron, can I get you both to make me a perception check, please, as you are looking through these notes?
Yeah, you can.
So that's a 15 plus 3.
While they're
so
looking through the
18.
notes, I'm going to stand back a little bit and try something.
Oh, great.
Sure. It'll take them 5 minutes to get to through this check. So, Yukon, what are you doing as that's happening?
I'm going to kind of walk to the back of the room a little bit while their attention's elsewhere, and I'll lean down to the ground, putting my hand down in the dust and begin to trace a sigil before speaking the word Nudget. And I'm going to use my primeval awareness. So basically, I can sense if there's an aberration, celestial, dragon, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead within a mile of me. It won't tell me where it is or how many there are. It'll just tell me what's there.
There are undead and an aberration around you.
Okay.
More the point that there is a lot of undeath, and there is a little aberration.
Okay. I'll keep that to myself for now.
Priscilla, what are you doing as the others are reading?
Not a damn thing.
Oh,
In fact, she's probably staring at a wall. In all honesty.
Very well, very well. Priscilla's still
super helpful. I know. It's just...
Sweat kind of drips down Priscilla's head as she's just still trying to catch her breath over dealing with the centipede. Hearing its voice in your head has kind of sent chills down your spine, like kind of the bad kind of ASMR, which is like, the sound of the legs and the twitching and stuff. So you're just trying to kind of get your head in the right space as you're just staring at this wall, trying to like listen to the sounds of the earth, the ground. It's the slow, subtle movements of it. You're just trying to get.
She's doing the occasional boxer's jump. The.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, beautiful. All right, Farron and Tordek. What were our scores? We got an 18 and a
22.
Oh, you two are freaking all over this. Okay, between the two of you, you find two crucial bits of information. Firstly, you find information that indicates that several shipments don't line up in terms of date and the mining resources, almost as if there were several days that went past where they had mined resources but hadn't shipped anything. Then you actually see that there are several large redacted pages in regards to where those shipments went, almost as if someone had tried to make that particular shipment disappear, by saying that, oh no, we didn't mine anything for these days, and then we shipped stuff when we didn't mine anything, which, again, this stuff just doesn't add up, doesn't make sense. It also doesn't name the person who it ships to. It's simply just marked with a strange symbol you've not seen before.
Well, I don't like that very much. No, I'm not good at math, but I know this doesn't add up. What do you think, Tordek?
Just appears that somebody was trying to steal from Galleon, trying to hide it.
Yeah, that's weird. Wonder what they were trying to steal and why.
Money, greed.
Well, that's the obvious choice, but
Yes, you're good.
what you
Are you all right, Priscilla?
what you saying over there?
What's
She's
going on
been
over there in the
bouncing
corner?
around for like 5 minutes. I think the lass has to pee.
Are you done reading? I'm getting bored.
Miss Sugarbee, why don't you just start swinging your, oh my God, what's it called? It's not an axe.
Small.
A warhammer or a club?
Your
or-
hammer thing.
Any of those will do.
Why don't you swing that around a little bit? It'll keep you entertained while we try and figure out the mysteries of this under deep cavern thing.
Okay. Is there anything for me to smash?
Yeah, to the
Isn't there
north
a
there is a
spindle thing
large
in
double
here?
door. It is made of wood and looks to be very fancy.
Smashing it.
All right. Taking your hammer to the door, it smashes and splinters. It is not a difficult strike for you. And do you have your name for your hammer?
The
Does your
business.
hammer have a name?
The business.
It's called the business.
Jesus.
Oh no, we
Uh-oh.
lost Dag.
Very well.
Dag's frozen.
There he is. There he is.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, there you are.
He was frozen in disbelief.
I'm in Australia. It just takes a while for the message to come to me.
Right.
Okay.
Goddamn
So,
time travelers.
you give the door the business, and it explodes in a shower of splinters. That smell of rot now just explodes into this chamber as what you see on the other side is an office with a dead body. As you look onto this table, a dwarf seems to have its head thrown backwards, its mouth agape, and the back of its skull blown clean off. In its left hand, still mounted on the table, is a wand of magic missile.
Guys,
Did I hear wand?
here's a
This
dead
is-
guy over here.
Yeah, that's not very good. I don't really want this wand thing because I get my my powers, God-given powers, so I don't need no wand. What about you, Tordek? You seem to just.
I already have it in my hand.
Oh, okay. Oh wow.
Okay, so it's still in the dwarven skeleton's grip, and as you pull it out, the arm just kind of falls off.
I just shake his hand off of it and just throw it on.
Yeah, you could see that the desk in front of him, he has writing implements. On the shelves around him, he has various like drawers and like little like kind of openings that he can access. But most of them have been torn out and just thrown to the ground, shattering like what looks to be just again lots of dirt samples and the like. You can see that there's actually a few tiny little ores, even an ingot of mithril and a kind of fleck of adamantine. This is like the core sample room, as it were. On the table, scrawled in parchment, is just the words, "What have we done?" in Dwarvish.
Well, it's nice they're showing a little bit of self-reflection. That's always helpful, but seems a little bit too late.
What does it
A
say?
little too late.
Yukon.
What does it say?
Well, very ominous. What have we done? Could be like, what have we done? I don't know. Or maybe it's, what have we done? Either way, it's not good.
It could be good. Like, hey,
What have we done? You're right. You're right. I like that version way better than the other versions that I was thinking about.
Right.
All right.
What's wrong with you, Miss Sugarbeak? You're so quiet over there. What's going on?
Well, I'm sorry, but there's a dead man on the desk.
That's true. You haven't seen any dead bodies before?
How intact is the body?
Besides the arm.
Skull's
aside
blown
from the
out,
blown
so-
out skull and the torn off arm, you actually do notice that one of its legs is missing.
Ugh.
How decayed is it though?
It's a skeleton. It's about as decayed as it gets.
Skeleton. Right.
But the leg that's missing is nowhere to be seen.
And the arms got torn off when Tordek so disrespectfully ripped that wand out.
I apologize for that. I kind of get excited sometimes.
I remember the day that I lost my arms. A day I'll never
We
forget.
go to a flashback scene and return very quickly.
And that is the tale of how I lost my arms.
Sorry.
I
Not a
don't like
character.
cats either.
I just wanted to keep everything a mystery about how he lost his arm. Don't tell us yet. We're just starting. Gotta work up to that.
So,
Waking
How
my
about-
way back to the spindle thing. Does it have directions too on this one?
Yes, it does. It has the turnstile in the opposite direction. But as you leave, or as you go to leave, Tordek, you feel something grab your arm.
I look down.
it's me.
As you look down, you see a severed hand with no body. The voice that comes from you seems to make the noise like almost like it's right next to your ear. However, Yukon, Farron, and Priscilla see nothing. Only Tordek.
Tordek's gonna start flailing like, son of a bitch, get off me! And just like swinging my arm around.
Just let
All
go of the wand.
It's not that. There's something grabbing me.
Oh,
Just
there's
like-
something else there, guys.
I don't
That's
see
as
nothing
you-
on
my
you.
hand and stuff.
After
it more
shaking and,
spiders?
and waving your hand for a bit, the strange hand seems to disappear. All that remains are several bruises on your forearm.
You see this? Can I start showing
They can
everybody?
see- yeah, they can see the bruises.
I ain't going crazy here. There was something on my arm.
Mm-hmm. Could have gotten those
Bruised like a
bruises
peach.
somewhere else. Yeah, those are. They
Like a-
don't look
Like a
fresh.
peach?
It's fresh, damn it. It just happened.
Yeah.
Damn, I keep changing my words.
Like a peach, yes.
Wait, how does it look like a peach?
I said he bruises like a peach.
Oh, bruises like a peach. All right.
At
Let's
this point,
turn the thing.
I need everyone to make me a perception check. As
I
Priscilla
can't see
says,
through my bangs.
No.
we should
With
turn-
that too.
2.
For a total of
12.
18.
For a total of 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yukon?
Jesus. That's going to be a dirty 20.
Nice. All right. Yukon and Farron, you notice that among the stuff that has been lit around the room here, you watch as a small axe made of sterling silver lifts off the ground and flies towards Priscilla. And with that, we're going to go into initiative.
Oh, bring it on.
Ooh.
Here, I thought I was going to get punished for stealing.
Nope. It's me. It's because of the accent. I get it.
Yeah.
I know I can't keep it together. And the
Oh, I
gods are
haven't even
mad.
kept one solid. Every single time I talk, it's different. All right, 2, 11.
All right, here we go.
I think I went into Indian at some point, which I don't. I was like, how?
Should have just played Sam
All
again.
right, cool.
I should have just played it safe and done something good. No. But you know, if you
Okay.
only do what you know, you never grow. You can take that to the bank.
Wow.
Okay.
Only Sugarbee was that wise.
Yeah.
All right, what is our initiatives? Go Yukon.
That is going to be a 13. Not too shabby.
All right, very nice. Okay, Priscilla.
11.
11 for Priscilla. Okay, Farron.
18.
Nice.
18.
And Tordek.
11.
All right. Now, Tordek and Priscilla, just so that you guys know, because you guys share an initiative, if you guys would like, you may do combination or teamwork abilities for extra effects. Now, to clarify, this means that 2 things need to aim for 1 target or 1 effect. It wouldn't be so much as like, I buff you, you go hit it, but more like stuff that you would do in tandem that would then have a combined effect. Yeah, so there you go.
I can throw you.
No, that's okay.
Okay, and the creature gets a 14. All right. Farron, you're up first. The axe looks like it is swinging towards Priscilla. You get the chance to react.
Okay. I have a question. As a player, for those of you who know me, I struggle for some reason with cone shapes.
Think about it like an ice cream cone.
I don't know why this is, but I need to ask. Do I have a clear line on a 15-foot cone so I don't hurt any of my friendlies?
Well, you are in a very small space because, again, you guys are in the study. Right now, Tordek is heading out of the door with Priscilla. So shooting a cone in that direction would likely hit both Priscilla and Tordek. However, if you were to move and angle yourself so you're firing into the room instead of out of the room, you could find an angle, but it would require a movement for you to do so.
All right. Alrighty, Priscilla will do that then. I mean, oh my god, I just called myself Priscilla. What the fuck is happening?
You associate yourself with the character. You care about your hair. You're a bad bitch. You know, it's
Yeah, you can identify with
Oh.
whatever you want, even Priscilla.
Yeah. Just wait till I start picking up your accent, then we're really fucked.
what accent? Which one? You
All
have
of
to
them.
pick.
Okay. Farron will position herself so that she can cast Burning Hands at the first level. But before she does, she's actually, you know what? This is a reaction. She'll just cast Burning Hands. No time for any play.
Okay, very well. Your hands begin to ignite, glowing with the colors of the rainbow as per your lighter, and this cone of fire erupts out. I need a saving throw from both Priscilla and Tordek.
You didn't move? Yes, son of a bitch.
Well, didn't you say you're just gonna fire it?
No, I meant I was okay. I meant
That's
I
what
was
heard.
gonna.
Did
Yes, I said that in my head. I was gonna flavor it with words, but I realized there's
Oh.
no time because I'm reacting to this
Right.
axe.
Unfortunately, I mean, look, I get
All right.
that. I get that. I will, because this is the first time we're getting to know each other, GM and player wise. When we do something as a reaction, usually it's like a reflex, and it's just like, "Hah!"
Alright.
But
All right.
I will allow for you to move and then.
Oh, you're saying I can't move? Okay, I mean,
No. So let me explain. So you can move and fire into the room so as not to
Right.
hit your allies. However, I don't view that as a reflex, more as a deliberate, I am moving to make this attack. A reflex for me is something like an attack of opportunity. It's a swift, kind of thing. So I misunderstood what you were saying, and I thought you were just reflexively going, you know what? No time. Die. And that's
If
kind of what I
that's-
thought. That's where I came in.
Okay.
So I
If that's
understand.
what you do, we'll roll.
Okay, I can change my whole thing. I can
No,
just.
it's fine.
I-
It's fine. They can both burn. It's great.
okay.
When we started you guys at level 5. You're
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine.
Do it.
Priscilla will remember this. So deck save? Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah.
good. Yep, go for the
Okay,
deck save.
That's
guys.
fine. I got advantage on that, so
I
that's
know.
not one on the first one.
Good job.
There we go.
GG.
You didn't see
17.
13.
My dex is a 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I take
Well, you don't need to
half.
roll your deck. So your
Sorry, my
saving throws-
save. My
Yep, there you go. Okay.
my save is a 14. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
no,
missed
you're
it.
all right. So deal your damage, please. Those who managed to make the deck save, which I don't think are either of you.
Oh, I did.
This thing
I have
goes-
advantage on
Didn't you
deck
roll a
saves.
nat
My
one?
first one was a nat 1.
Oh, I
My
was gonna
second roll
say.
was a 17.
That's
So-
impressive.
Okay, yeah, your second one's fine. Yeah. Cool. This dude gets a 14, so he does get half. And what'd you get?
That's 13.
13 damage. Okay, so that is 6 damage. As the fires
Okay.
lick out and encapsulate the room. Thankfully, most dwarven structures are indeed stone, so nothing catches on fire. There's just this big gout of flames. I'm kind of imagining Farron going, "Look out behind you!" What? Just taking it.
I will.
Farron,
I will
Fair.
use my reaction with my orb and absorb some of that fire damage.
Very well. You watch as the flames begin to swirl like a vortex, and it takes on like an orangey kind of magic hue. As I presume you're using absorb element.
In this case, no. The orb
No.
itself just happens. You said it was burning hands, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So the orb does. I can use a reaction to reduce any fire damage by 1d4 as a reaction.
Nice. All right. You may reduce it by 1d4.
And what was the total
next
damage?
up,
13.
what's that?
13. So I rolled a
13.
3, so 10. All right.
The
Farron-
axe.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, go on. You go on.
Farron just wants to say in response to all that, give a man a fire for a day and he stays warm, but set him fire and he's warm for the rest of his life. Just looking at Tordek.
Jesus.
I'm so gonna fireball your ass later.
It is actually a dwarven proverb, like pretty much what you're warm for the rest of your life ending very shortly after you've been burnt alive. As this happens, the axe continues. Now a flaming axe. No, I'm joking. It's not going to do that.
That would be great. You should leave it.
Go for it.
There you do it. But it is going to go and try and strike at Priscilla. Priscilla, that is a 23 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
You sure?
Oh, yeah.
Very well. The silver axe does 6 points of damage to you as it swings in your direction and lands directly between your shoulder blades.
Ooh.
As it
My
pulls
burns
itself out.
and my scars. Oh.
As it seems to just move almost like on its own, like there is no person holding it, but it is just sort of like floating in its direction and just trying to hack at you, as it were. We then move on to Yukon.
All right, well, this is what I know how to do. And I'll thrust my arms off to the side as you see two blades jettison out either side of, on the sides of my wrists. And I'm going to go ahead and lunge towards the flaming axe, trying to make a whole bunch of attacks.
It's canon now. It's a flaming axe.
Sorry, the flaming axe, yeah. First is going to be a... That is going to be a 22 to hit for the first.
That will strike.
All right. First one is going to do 7 points of damage as I try and come down directly on the blade of the axe.
You do so. It strikes at it, and you hear this as you strike it, quite dead on.
As it keeps vibrating, I want to spin around quickly with the other side and hit it again with my other blade. That is going to be a 15 to hit.
15 will not hit. This time, as your second attack swings around, it kind of bends itself so it catches you on the bottom curve of the axe blade, and as it does so, parries your attack around it and avoids the damage.
Okay. As I see the blade kind of swing by my face, I'm going to swirl around once more and use my Dread Ambusher to make my third attack on it. Oh, not that one. That is going to be a 21 to hit.
As it does so, you, with your attack having been parried, you move around and you swing down and land another hit. Roll your damage again.
That is going to be for this one. We've got 3. That's going to be 8 points.
Okay. All right. As that one hits, you see a crack appearing on the actual blade edge of the axe, and as this happens, you see the grizzled visage of a dwarven man, the back of his head exposed, creating this open hole, as he just lets loose this awful, gut-wrenching howl. He's holding the axe in hand as you've struck it, and then almost as that vibration stops, the image fades and disappears again.
All right, and I'm going to make my final extra attack. Seeing it with both hands out, I'm going to thrust them forward towards the blade, trying to meet it directly in the center of the blade where the crack becomes, where the crack is.
Nice.
It's going to be a 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
For 5 more points of damage as I try and pierce into it and try my best to start pulling it apart the best I can with the strike.
All right. While the cracks are there, they're not quite deep to have created a fissure all the way through. Your attack, however, deepens them as the cracks begin to become more prominent. We then turn to Priscilla and Tordek. You two will be going simultaneously if you want to. Otherwise, you can decide among yourselves who would like to go first.
Unless you have... Yeah, okay. Priscilla's going to... well, kind of has it etched in there. Just comes straight down with her hammer on top of it. Just do 2 big cracks trying to pin it into the ground and just flatten it, essentially.
Nice. All right, make your attack as you attempt to smash and dash this axe to the floor.
First one is a 12 to hit.
12 will hit, but unfortunately the strength of your hit doesn't cause it to damage. As it collides, it just holds up the weight of your hammer as you're leaning into it.
Okay, then with that, she's going to kind of do a little jump and come down again, like arcing the maul for a second shot.
Right. Bringing your weight to bear on the attack, make it another one. Let's see if you can get through.
It's another 12.
Once
Twice
again,
in a row.
the axe again meets you head on, and just sort of sparks begin to fly out from your hammer and the silvered edge.
The hell's this
Tordek.
thing made of?
You immediately go, that there is dwarven steel. Very proudly.
You done? Yes. All right.
That's my turn.
So I'm going to use a slightly move action to give the Farron a dirty look and pat out the flames on my beard.
She'll just
Take out the newly acquired stolen wand and wave it and launch my first level magic missile at it.
Actually, it's a 3rd level magic missile, so it's actually got 2 bolts.
Oh. Alrighty. So then there would be 4 total bolts. Or wait, you said 3rd level?
Yeah.
So that would be 5 bolts.
That one.
Alright. Alrighty. So that's a 3, 4 times 5. So that'd be 20.
Nice. As you're kind of expecting this to be kind of a weak wand, and as you fire it, you then watch as 5 bolts fly out and encircle the axe. The axe tries to kind of fend them off, but then these bullets just one after the other start snapping bits of metal off, start snapping the haft. You just watch as eventually it just riddles itself and falls to pieces and falls to the ground.
I like this already.
All right. And
Scylla
with
kind
that,
of just looks at her hammer like, just pissed. Like,
the chamber goes still as the axe falls to the ground. That chilling kind of sense is now gone. Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
that was
was
weird.
that was quite strange. I don't know why that thing attacked us. We did nothing wrong other than come on in here.
Well, maybe this was what they were trying to keep in here.
I feel
Go on.
that there's more afoot here than what we see. Did any of you see the spirit that hid behind the axe?
I thought I saw something, but I wasn't 100% sure.
I didn't tell you before, but this place is ripe with the undead.
Well, I don't like that, and I'm gonna make sure they're all really dead if I see them.
Glad to have you
Extra
here,
dead.
Wes. Glad to
What?
have you here.
Of course. You know what I love about fire and dark caves?
Burning your friends?
Writing on the walls?
It burns brighter than it does up there.
I don't know about this one.
Not a lot of people do, but you learn to love me, right, Yukon?
Anyway, where was that spinning wheel thing?
Yeah.
You make your way over once again to the spinning wheel. Grasping firmly each of the different panels, you start to move as a unit together. And once again, you hear the telltale sounds of the mechanisms moving. The iron once again begins to shudder and shift. The huge plate once again moving and shifting as the panel rotates. This time, water pours out from beyond as it opens slowly. Just this torrent and stream of like kind of just this kind of almost clear, very, very nice looking water comes from the chamber beyond, which unlocks, of course, this area here. Now, just a quick time check here. How good are we for break?
Whenever
good.
you are ready, my friend.
Yeah, we can take a
Excellent.
break
Which-
if you want.
In which case, ladies and gentlemen, as they find themselves in this glorious antechamber, surrounded by a pool of beautiful azure water and a large totem pole at the center of this glorious room, we will take a quick 10 to 15 minute break and return with more of In Too Deep.
I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
too deep. Guys, stick around. We will be back momentarily. Make sure to go get your beer juices, your water juices, your milk juices, whatever kind of juice you want.
All the juices.
All the
The
juices.
juiciest of juice.
The juiciest, juiciest juice.
And
We'll be
your
back in about
sexy
10, guys.
juices.
Oh,
God damn it.
Rob!
Wow. Okay, Christian Minecraft channel, Rob. Dear
Mineshaft?
Lord. Yes, Mineshaft.
Mineshaft?
It's still a
All right.
Please get
We're
up
going to
on that
break.
Christian
That's it. We're
Mineshaft.
going to break. Get out of here. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to our lovely summer of one-shots. We called out an SOS to some of our friends, and luckily enough, one of them actually listened to us. Well, a few of them did, but our favorite one did, and that's what we're doing tonight. So with that said, we will turn it over to the lovely, erotic, and masculine, muscular, beautiful man known as Dag.
Thank you. Thank you. But you're marrying Rayna, not me.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
there's 2 weeks. There's 2 weeks.
Someone
I don't know.
please
What are the
clip
laws
that.
on that in Canada?
Someone please clip that and make that into like a wedding congratulations video.
Oh, God.
We're gonna make that alert,
want
our
as many
alerts
people
for
to send
our
this to
wedding. Yeah.
All right. Okay. As a bit of a recap for those people who have just joined us in, our group of adventurers are a number of dwarves who have been sent into this old and abandoned bunker where people had locked themselves in after an accident in an old and abandoned mine. Their goal is to try and find a stone tablet with ancient writings on it that may hold a secret that'll allow the dwarves to explore another entire dungeon elsewhere. They are going to be granted great reward and great prosperity should they manage to achieve their goal, and thus far have managed to open the doors. Entering into the bunker, however, they have found a large chamber within, surrounded by water, and at its center, a large pillar, almost like a totem pole, with 4 different segments, each spherical in nature. It rises up the entire length of this 60-foot high ceiling. Each segment of the totem pole depicts a monstrous creature. At the very top is a beholder, a large sphere with a huge, unblinking eye, which is currently set to close. Beneath that is kind of almost like this squid-like, leathery, Illithidian eye. And 2, it is set closed. The one below that is that of an aboleth. Multiple eyes in segments, almost like a spider's eyes, but more piscine, as these eyes also are shut. And the final one at the base is a large, almost deep, perfect circle of an eye that looks like it kind of has almost like a goat pupil, which is like a sideways slanting pupil, and this eye is open. Now, the structure is made of stone, and each segment looks like it rotates and moves in and of itself independently. Upon entering, the door behind you slides shut.
Didn't see that coming.
Well, fuck.
That's not good. That's never good. I've seen a lot of films in my life, and
What are
usually
these films?
Well, what are these films you speak of?
As of right now, however, nothing seems to happen. The big, heavy iron doors are now behind you, but in front of you, in addition to this pole and the water you see, are doors to the east, west, and further north.
Well, being from the mines, I can tell you one thing. You should always go north.
you know which way north is down here.
Of course.
I was going to say all dwarves in my world inherently know north
Oh,
underground.
fuck. Okay. Well,
fine.
that was a trick question. Because we all know North.
Well, actually, that's not entirely true. The Skyborn dwarves, which are those people who aren't actually born from underground, actually don't have that inherent sense.
Hmm.
Fun fact:
Alright.
Priscilla's a Skyborn.
Alrighty.
Fair
Well,
enough.
what do you make of all these weird looking eyes that are some half closed, some closed, and some open? What do you think that's all about?
Well, clearly, it's a message to those coming in. You should walk around with your eyes closed.
I don't.
And how do you prevent yourself from falling in the water?
God.
You just gotta believe.
Okay.
If
I'm
there's
starting
one
to-
thing that my ranger talents have taught me, it's to walk around with your eyes closed as much as humanly possible.
Also, I'd like to give 2 bits of information. The first is, if you guys are going and inspecting the pole that is in the center of this room, you can also see that underneath that last totem bit, is a turnstile very similar to the ones that you had opened previously. This one much larger. In addition, I would like to make an announcement to Mendari. Mendari, Dave is playing a ranger, and it's not your ranger, and he didn't bother asking me, but I would have let him because you made a really cool ranger, and Dave is just a terrible friend.
So thanks everyone for joining us this evening. It's been a great game. It's fantastic.
Called out.
Really appreciate it. Thanks, Dave.
You're welcome.
Betrayal. I love it.
There's next time.
All right. Well, that's Ranger's got a range. Am I right?
Amazing. All right. So, as mentioned, the turnstile is at the is around this thing as well.
What do you think, Miss Sugarbee? Do you think we should push these little things around in a circle, or do you think like those crazy monsters are gonna come out and with their eyes from this creepy water? I'm getting weird. My sense eyes going off.
I don't know, but I'm still a little worried about what it said on that desk. What do you think they did?
I don't know. Something not good that they obviously regretted, but I don't see nothing here. All I see is water, weird, creepy eyes, this turn spinny thing, and some doors, right? Doors? You said doors? Was there 4 doors? Did I make that up in my head?
No, there's
4 doors.
There's 4 doors,
So-
including the one you came out of.
Oh, okay.
That's now closed behind us,
right. We're
which we don't know
locked
how
in.
to reopen yet.
4 doors and 7 years ago.
Well, just like every other room, why don't we just explore the rooms before we turn the turn thingy in the middle?
Like that. We're gonna go together. We're gonna split up this time.
I think.
Well, how
we
about
should
you get
split
in
up.
front?
No, that's not how things work here.
Because last time didn't go too well.
Well, for goodness sake. And Priscilla's going to start walking to, since she actually doesn't have any idea of direction, she will go to the nearest door to her.
The nearest door is probably to the east from
Right.
where you happen to be.
Does she know where the east is?
No, but she's just going to the nearest one.
So she went
That's where
right.
she's at.
Hey, that's the north.
Went to the
Congratulations.
right. Look, I'm using cardinal directions because I'm an adult.
Well, you're in the wrong
and-
place then.
I will follow behind.
All right.
Oh, we're all following. We're not splitting up. All right, fine. I
That's
guess
up to you if you want to stay by the door. I mean,
Not really.
Sorry, my
I'm-
voice changed there.
You're taking on my accent now.
That's the hardest
Mimicry.
thing is having to talk after you. So every time you throw it to me, I'm like, give me a second here.
All right. As you make your way into the next chamber, you actually find yourself surrounded by dead bodies.
Ugh.
It is awful smelling here. there is this absolutely foul stench, and these bodies are not rotted in the same way that the skeleton was, even though probably the same amount of time has passed. Instead, what you see are several gaunt dwarves propped up, fallen over each other, all almost seeming to have torn each other limb from limb. Their beards are stained with what looks to be this almost inky black residue that poured from their mouths, and many of which are lying almost in a state of like frenzy over the other fellow dwarves with bones and sinew and blood in their hands.
I'm not liking this room too much.
I don't like the dead people very much at all, as long as they stay dead, I guess. If you want, I could burn all the bodies. That might ensure that they stay dead.
I'm not opposed to it right now. As long as you don't burn the living ones. Like us.
Again.
Listen,
Yeah.
sometimes things happen, all right? Y'all are fine, right? You're fine, Tordek?
Singed.
All right. Would this make you feel better? And Farron will walk over and put her hand on his shoulder and then cast guidance.
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 I don't need no guidance.
Now you're gonna get some guidance whether
I
you
need a
want it.
band-aid, damn it.
Now listen here. Fire is your salvation. You should accept it, like I did.
You say a lot of weird things.
Weird to some people, but not weird to me, and that's all that matters.
Is there you'd mentioned the undead before, Farron.
Yeah, I don't like them very much. They give me the heebie-jeebies. Ugh.
Is there anything you can call upon your god for in times like these?
Yeah.
Who is your god,
Lots of
by
things.
the way?
Oh, fuck you. My god is a magical fire god who I worship. No gender, just an entity of a flaming fireball. I'm so sore dagged if I'm just ruining your lore, coming up with
Well,
a god
actually-
out of my butt.
No, actually, dwarves worship their paragons. So you would maybe have the Farron's. What's Farron's last name?
Baron.
Okay.
Shit.
Stonehill.
Farron Shits. That's a very interesting last name there, Elias.
Baron Schmidt.
Baron Schmidt.
Yeah.
Very dwarvy.
Yeah.
Are you taking the Schmidt with that? No. I'm joking. Okay. In which case, yes, one of Farron's ancestors was likely a paragon, who then rose to fulfill the paragon of the anvil, the forge, the fire, and similar other things as well. It's very similar to a pantheon. It's almost like the dwarves found a way to, through becoming a pantheon, becoming a one of the members of the paragon, could also then ascend to a form of godhood, which will provide other dwarves with magic powers. Think of it like the eldest in the fairy worlds and stuff like that. They're not really gods per se, but they can bestow power to warlocks. You know what I mean? Same kind of deal. The paragon have the abilities to bestow powers. So this is kind of more akin to that. If you wish to worship the god specifically, the goddess Nibera is the god of the elements. Otherwise, yeah, it's likely one of the dwarven paragons somewhere. But I haven't named all of them, so you say.
I say all of that. Did you hear that, Yukon?
No, I wasn't paying enough attention. It's fine. So nothing to do here.
Why did you
wanna
ask
set
me
fire
that?
to the?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to? Do you want? I kind of really just want to. So everyone that is alive, she'll say it a bit louder in the room. If you are alive in here, it is time to evacuate the space. And I don't know, I guess you know what? She'll just cast flaming sphere, and just like move it around the room with the bonus action. Just sweep over all the bodies.
Oh yes, the
All right.
flaming sweep, classic. Yes.
As you
textbook.
do so, your hands
Oh,
begin to ignite. And as they do, they burn away at the creatures that are in here, the bodies. However, as the fires kick up,
What in the hell did you just wake up?
Destiny frame.
each and every one of these dwarves, their skin starts to turn ashen and black, and soot begins to spew forth as the hairs on what was once their beard disappear and fade away. In its place, a beard of pure dark smoke begins to erupt from these dwarves. Now, I would like for each player to roll me a d6, please. But that is how many will awaken.
oh, good.
Oh no, I just rolled a 5.
Sweet. I rolled
Yep.
0.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Is there a 1 in front of that? Because there will be.
Actually, there's a 4 in front of that.
Oh, it was a 4. Okay, good. Just yeah, it's weird.
I
Well, the
also
glasses
rolled
feel
a
Strange how
4.
that happens. Yeah.
I wish I could lie, but I rolled a 6.
Jesus
We all
Christ.
rolled pretty good, yeah.
And what did Toadette get?
4.
4. All right. So that is a glorious 19. That is a glorious
Oh.
19 of the Toilborn. Toilborn are unique creatures of my world. These are the results of dwarves who have literally worked themselves to death. They're angry spirits ignited by fire and heat.
Wow, what a setup! What a setup! What a setup!
Got you good.
Oh!
So now these creatures are basically it's like stoking a dying flame, as it were. So these creatures will actually die on their own because they are on a timer, as it were. But until that point in time, they will work and they will do whatever it is they think they should be doing with the utmost vigor until the point in which they expire. This is my world's closest equivalent to a zombie plague. For if any of them manages to kill someone, it burns them from the inside out and spreads onward. Should they fell any of you and bring you to 0, anytime you would fail a death saving throw, you would fail 2. And if you would crit fail, you will fail 3 immediately. And when you die, would incarnate as one of these creatures. This is a known fear of the dwarves in my world. This is why taking rest and taking breaks are super important, because the boogeyman theory is, the superstition is you'll become one of these things. Let's go into initiative, shall we?
Yes.
I am not going to roll 19 initiatives, but they are going to be working in groups of 5. So group A, group B, and effectively group C, who has 4 people in it.
We just opened this door, right? We didn't break through it.
No, you have not broken through it. So the
Okay.
door is opened, and for the most part, I mean, to burn this out, I'm going to say that if you can see where the water line is coming from the right-hand wall, you're probably around that area there immediately in order to kind of see this room at its best. Also to, burn as many of the bodies as, Farron did. That's roughly where you'd be, which is still a very, very short walk to the door there. All right. Well, that's not great, but that's best for you guys. All right. Yukon, what do we have?
That is going to be natural 9.
Natural 9. All right. Okay. Priscilla.
14.
Nice. Okay, Farron.
19.
Very nice. And the last Tordek.
9.
Okay, Yukon and Tordek, you are going in tandem. Once again, if you would like to, you may work together on actions to get bonus effects. The creatures, the Toilborn, will go at number 12. Okay. So again, you can suddenly feel the heat in this area starting to rise as these creatures stand. Farron, you are up first, as you are the one probably most surrounded by these creatures. They are slow to get up, but once they get going, it's all go.
Just to clarify, did you say something about further burning them? If we burn them more, something happens?
I didn't, but I did
Okay.
say that they are burning themselves out.
Right.
So whether or
okay.
not you want to interpret that as if I add more fire to this, they might burn out quicker. You may attempt to make such a posture. I mean, basically, you Rayna know about as much about these actual things as Farron would.
Okay.
These guys are just like boogeymen. These are scary stories. These aren't supposed to be around.
All right. Is there a way to position Farron so that they're all within 30 feet of her?
Not all of them. I would say that within 30 foot of where you currently are is a good chunk of them. Maybe about 14 of them.
Sure. That sounds good. She'll position herself there, and she'll sort of mutter to herself, fire that's closest cat burns most of all. And then she'll use her Radiance of the Dawn, and she will just explode this radiant bubble, and every hostile creature within a 30-foot radius has to make a con saving throw of 14.
Ooh, very nice. All right. I, as previously mentioned, will be rolling in groups of 5. I will attempt not to roll a nat 20 on any of them. Okay, so 2 groups will pass, 1 will fail.
Okay. So let me just roll. It's half damage for the ones that failed. So full damage. 8, 9, 11. Is so full damage is 17 points of radiant damage, and then halved for the ones that failed.
Okay, 17 points of damage. And 8 to the others. All right, very well. As your glowing light burns and sort of cinders their skin, you watch as like bits of their flesh turn to ash and just sort of fleck off them. As they kind of look at you, you notice that their eyes have now been burnt out. So there's these glowing lights beneath these ashen-looking cheekbones. They kind of growl and snarl at you, barely able to put together cohesive sentences. Their tongue's more like dried jerky than anything else. They are enraged and are all currently looking at Farron. You still have a move action and a bonus action, if you would like.
I will. Are any within 5 feet of me?
There are 2 within 5 foot of you.
I will. Oh shit! There's so many. I will. Shoot. I will. You know what? I'll just stay there. I'll stay there.
All right, go. You stand by. Priscilla, you're up next.
Oh, I hope this works. Priscilla's going to position herself near like one of those things of water, and she's going to take her maul and slam it in such a way that it splashes water onto as many of them as she can possibly hit.
All right. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to say that you can make a athletics check, and for every increment that you beat the DC by 5, you will get an additional target.
Okay. Not a great roll, but I got a good athletics, so 13.
13. All right, that'll hit 2 targets.
Okay.
Target was 5. You got you hit the original target, and then you got the 10. All right. So 2 of these creatures that are within range now have the stagger. Well, it's not a condition. I'm just using the word. They are now staggered, meaning that they cannot use a standard action during their turn. They can still move. They can still use a bonus action, but they, because as you've struck them with water, the smoke is sort of spluttering and sort of it sort of discombobulated them. Two of them will be unable to attack or do things. For this round, let's see how many of these guys are going to activate. 6 of them. I'm going to say that of those 6, the 2 that cannot do anything are going to activate. In addition, another 4 begin to make their move.
Sorry,
one of
just
them-
to finish up my turn. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna
Oh, no,
position
go,
myself
go.
between the 2, and I'm going to rage. And just position myself between my team and them, and then rage. But yeah.
Very well. In which case, because keeping in mind they're coming from all around, so you'll
Okay,
be able to
yeah.
protect some people, and I will give the majority to you. However, one will go for Yukon.
Okay. Everything's
Okay,
fine.
the ones near Farron aren't fully animated. They're kind of like still kind of getting up. The fire's still kind of building up. But 2 of them that do get up are going for Priscilla as they charge forward. You notice that in their hands they have like just mining tools, pickaxes, shovels, these kinds of things. One of them has like a railway spike looking thing, and like he basically goes to put it on your chest and then try to hammer it in. That is a natural 20.
Oof.
Oh,
Oof.
That was unfortunate because that's the only way it really does damage.
My Dobon Hunkaroos.
Hope you didn't want that chest.
How many hit points do you have, by the way, just as a, completely
Left or
unrelated
total?
question? Huh?
Left or total?
Left.
53.
Damn.
Oh, I don't feel bad.
She's a high con, Barb.
Okay, good. I don't feel nearly as bad. Okay.
Yeah. Do your worst. It's fine.
29 damage.
Reduced by half, right?
Sorry, so reducing that by half would be 14?
15, 14, 15, yeah.
14, yeah. So, basically, so he's put the nail in, and you're kind of like, what the hell? Because you thought he was going to stab you, so you kind of tensed for a moment, but then he didn't, and then, bang! That just goes straight in. You now have a metal rod penetrating your body.
Fuck sick!
The second guy
You're
comes in
welcome.
with a pickaxe. And rolls a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright. With that, relinquish my dice, tiny mimic. That is 6 points of damage, halved to 3 as the pickaxe strikes.
Oh boy.
Yukon, you are caught unawares. Surprised as out of the water, one of the creatures reaches up and grabs you. He was kind of like half leaning on the surface as he's woken, and he's grabbing you, and he's going to try and pull you down and into the small pool. I need you to make me an opposed athletics check.
Okay.
I am not rolling that
Oh
dice
yeah,
anymore.
baby.
What'd you
it's a
get?
17, so that is going to be a 23.
That will fail.
That fails? Get fucked, me.
I know, I'm sorry. So, as your foot is grabbed, you are pulled into the water and held under it. It's kind of like it's almost like you've kind of fallen forward as your leg's been pulled back, and then something's grabbed onto your shoulder and behind where your shirt is, and just pulled you underwater with it. Now, the water isn't deep. You could theoretically stand up and be upright, but you and this dwarf are now underwater, and you just see the water is starting to boil as the beard is just bubbling. Now, the creature is, of course, as with the case with the other ones that got wet, is staggered, but it is able to maintain its hold, and it's holding you underneath. Which brings us to Yukon.
Question. Can I
Yes.
use my hero point to try and escape using my bonus action as opposed to my action?
Yes, but you
Okay.
must say that you love hero points and they're your favorite thing from a system that you acknowledge to be quite fun.
100%. I absolutely adore hero points from the system that they're from, almost as good as inspiration.
Oh,
I was gonna say
why?
that. I was gonna say a hero point can be used to get a +8 to your roll if you use it before you roll. But you know what? Carry on. Go on, do your thing.
All right. And it's athletics, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Big money. Oh, yeah! Natural 20, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, he can't beat that. Very well. You kind of grab hold of his hand and you pull it away from you. You will still need a move action to stand up, otherwise you're still underwater. But yeah, you're free from his grasp.
Okay, I'm gonna quickly pull my head above the water. Taking a deep breath in, pulling myself out of the water, and I'll look to my companions and say, there's far too many of them, boys and girls. But I have a way, I think. And I'm gonna pull a rope out of my bag, and as I toss it up into the air, it's gonna hover there as I cast Rope Trick. How high is the ceiling?
The ceiling here is 40 foot high.
40 foot high? Perfect. So it's going to go up about 30 feet high. And at the very end of it, you see almost a bubble that mimics some of the bubbles that are coming out of the water as it kind of almost gives a mirror-like shimmer to it. And I'll yell to the group, if you want to survive, up you go. And that ends my turn.
All right. Tordek, we're up to you.
Now the rope. Can I see the opening or?
You can absolutely see the bubble that's over top. The bubble is, give me 1 second. You see at the end, it's a 3 foot by 5 foot kind of bubble that's hovering in the air in front of us. It gives a very strange shimmer to it, like almost like a pebble falling into water.
Now, how many of these creatures do I have right around me?
You have 3.
3, so that would hurt that option. Then I will then use my bonus action to Misty Step to the location where he just described, put myself on top.
You suddenly find yourself grabbing onto the rope as you Misty Step to the top of it. It takes you no check to kind of get there and hang on, but you are now dangling from about 30 foot up.
Oh, is he at the top? Like, is he in the bubble?
I mean, unless he doesn't want to be in the bubble.
Well, no, I was going to go in the bubble. I can use my movement to finish going up into it then.
Okay, then...
So is the bubble... Can you see into the bubble?
You cannot see into the bubble, and it is an extra-dimensional plane.
Yeah, so because he can't see into the bubble, he
I'd
can
go
only
to the end of the
go to
rope.
where he can see, and then he can, again, walk into the rest of it.
So I'll then use my movement to climb the rest of the way up.
Yep, not a problem. You find yourself in a bubble space.
And then with that, I still got an action. I'm going to peek my head out
Well, you
and
can
launch a
sorry,
cantrip.
from the inside you can see outward, just so you know.
But can you cast out of it?
It does not.
DM says yes. Carry on.
All right. Otherwise, I was going to peek my head out and just like appear with my head and shoot a firebolt down at one of the.
Do you shoot a
closest
firebolt
one
down
to-
at one of the creatures, or do you shoot a firebolt down at Farron?
Not at Farron this time, but whatever one was attacking Pea Sugar. So I'm going to reach down
Very
and
well.
launch a firebolt down towards Pea Sugar. Not Pea Sugar, but the one that hit him. Her.
All right.
Keywords
as you fire-
not yet in all of that. Jesus Christ, Rob.
What's that? 15 to hit.
That will hit.
And so hopefully fire doesn't heal him, but that's nice. It's 15 points of fire damage. Firebolt.
You kill one.
Nice.
as he is struck in the head, his eyes suddenly go out, and you can see these two smoldering embers, just kind of like like the two little smoke trails as it stops moving.
Well, fire doesn't heal it; it kills it.
That's my line of thinking, Tordect. Good job.
All right, that brings us back to Farron. Farron, there are two of these creatures in front of you. Priscilla is on your back, and the others are about to animate, which means there are about 4 heading in your direction after this. After your turn.
So my flaming sphere is still up, and I forgot about it last turn. So I would like to use my bonus action to move the flaming sphere, say, well, it's time to burn, my friends. And then she's gonna basically ram as many as she can in a 30-foot, like moving it in 30 feet. And
Sure.
hopefully ending it in front of like the ones that are near her so that she can hopefully destroy them.
I can't believe you're going to
Okay.
try and burn your friends again.
Okay, you can hit one of the groups, which is 5 of these creatures within that 30-foot movement, as it were.
Okay.
They need to make a saving throw.
Yes, Dex 14.
They fail.
Amazing. So that is 2d6, which is 6, 7, 8. 8 points of damage to everyone.
All right. They take the damage, but they seem to be slightly resistant to fire.
Oh, fuck me.
Grand irony, Tordek hit someone who had like next to no hit points left.
Oh god. All right. Well, how far is this rope from me?
How far is the rope from you?
Yeah.
Probably about anywhere between 5 to 10 feet.
Okay. I will use my movement to go to the rope. And do I need to use my action to climb up the rope? I'm sorry, I forgot.
You can do it as part of your move.
Okay, I will do that then. And then for my action, I will cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level at the ones near pea sugar. Or sorry, 1. Yeah, sorry, 1. It's just 1 bolt. I don't know why I thought it was 3 bolts, but yeah.
Magic missile.
So that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, dirty 20 to hit. Okay, that will hit.
Okay. Oops. That is 10, 15, 16, 19, 20, 22. 22 points of radiant damage.
Okay, 22 points. That is destroyed.
Yeah,
So-
that's right.
All right, so there's another that just seems to again disappear and land on the ground.
Come on, pea sugar. Let's get out of here.
No.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Okay.
All right. Next up is Priscilla.
So Priscilla will make her way to the rope. Is Yukon at the base of the rope? I guess.
Yeah, I would be.
were you
I'd be
able to,
right
like,
at the
climb
base
up?
of the rope. No,
Okay.
I haven't moved yet. No, I guess I
So,
could have. Damn it.
She's gonna move over to Yukon and grab him and fireman him up. So using her action to grab him, and then if you'll allow it, I'd like to use my bonus action to pull out a water skin and wet the rope below us, just in case they try to burn it or touch it with their fiery hands or whatever.
Okay. Very well. As you do so, you begin to make your way up slowly but surely. Anything else?
I think that's my movement, my action, my bonus. Yeah. So
Okay, very well. Done.
If grabbing
and
him
done.
didn't count as an action, then I would hold my action. If something tried to climb up, I'd hold my action to hit it. But that's up to you.
No, that's fine. No, I'm happy to say that's not going to count as an action.
Okay,
so, yeah.
then yeah.
So
Then she
you're
has
ready
her
an
hammer
action
at the
to
ready.
Swing.
Just-
Yeah,
ready to swing
your hammer.
down on anyone who tries to get up.
Nice. Now I'm gonna petition you for that hero point that I gave you.
Hmm.
As this is now the turn that they're all gonna activate, they're all gonna start making their way towards you guys. Thus far, Farron, I believe, is the only one who is like partially up. Yukon is still on the ground, as is Priscilla. Is that correct?
Well, I was using as much of my movement to grab me and Yukon to go up the rope as possible.
Yeah. So you'll be
So-
kind of at the bottom, is what I mean. Is you?
Yeah,
you'll be
we
hanging on the
in
rope,
terms
you're
of
not-
order, we would be on the lowest.
Yeah. So, what I'm going to do is I will consume your hero point for you to make a large attack. This large attack will be an area not designed to deal damage, but to simply knock those in that arc away. If you fail, however, you will be swarmed this round.
I'm about it. Let's take a risk.
All right. So,
Let's
here's what's
do
going to
it.
happen. Here's what's going to happen. If Yukon is assisting,
Yep. I'm here. I'm here
then
for it.
both of you may make athletics checks independently. If both of you make the check and pass 1 DC, I will give advantage to the other. But if you both fail, then you both suck.
That's
Okay, so start with your athletics checks, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Before we do this, I was just gonna say, just in case this doesn't work, Tordik, you're a worthy ally, and I'd share a pint with you any day. Farron, people
Yeah.
are gonna tell you that you're a bit crazy. And Yukon,
Huh?
you may not have arms,
No,
but you've got my respect. And then she'll go for it.
not as useful.
And that is a 25.
Nice.
All right.
My athletics check.
I'm gonna look down. I'm taking key from Priscilla and say, Farron. Yeah, you're crazy. I'm one of those people who are gonna tell you that. Tordek, I guess you're right. And Priscilla, you're pretty strong. I kind of like that. Let's not die. That's gonna be a 21.
Hell yeah, baby.
Nice. All right. So between the two of you, as you're swinging and swiping out, these creatures reach up and grab your arms, your weapons. But with the added momentum and Yukon's glorious words, you swing out and manage to knock them back into one another, causing them to cascadingly fall, like almost like dominoes. Some of them start crawling over the others to get to the rest as you pull and you climb up the length of rope. As they try to grab onto you, they're trying to pull the rope down, as it were, and they begin to crawl on top of each other to get to you as you make your way into the bubble. And as you do so, I imagine Yukon, you're gonna end the concentration on the animated rope.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the rope.
Yeah, and they all just immediately
Nice.
fall down. All right. You see below you the growling masses as they look around. And one by one, over the course of the better part of about maybe 10 minutes, they start to and slowly begin to fizzle out.
All right, I think we're all right here. We've got about an hour. Now, I don't think we should do that again. Fair end looking in your direction.
Look, we all agreed. We thought that would be a good idea. How was I supposed to know that it was gonna animate them? You know I don't like the extra dead creatures.
Everyone
tried-
knows of the boogeyman.
Yeah, but we didn't know they were the boogeyman.
Well, I did.
Well, then why didn't you stop me, smart
It was a
pants?
test. I was making sure that you know what they were.
Mm-hmm.
And let
I
me
don't
tell
believe
you,
you.
lass, you failed.
Well, you failed my trust check then.
Well, we
Don't
now
know what
know
a check
moving
is.
forward, we leave the dead alone.
Fine. But the living ones, well, the living dead, I'm still gonna take care of.
Well, we don't wake them up.
Right. I agree. They can sleep.
What do we do?
I think we should get out of here and maybe turn that spinny thing like the other times. Maybe just get going. I don't know. What do you think?
Looking to the north, you can actually see there is another door in that direction.
Or maybe we go through that door that looks like we really should go through it. I'm just getting this weird sensation.
I'll
My
point
goddess
to,
speaking to me.
I'll point to the door and say, Priscilla, that's north. Just so you know. I know you can't really understand,
Look.
but
I like my farm up there. I like the light. I'm sorry.
all right. Oh, well,
Let's go.
that's the north. I'm just saying.
Heads down.
All right. Heading to the north.
Popping out of the
you
bubble
open-
and falling immediately. However high that was onto
All
her
right.
face.
Now, for the sake of expediency, I'm going to say that each of you heal 50% of the damage that you were dealt during resting and recuperating and the like. So however much damage you take, heal 50% of that. You make your way to the next chamber, and of course, naturally, you find another one of these turnstiles. And upon turning it, you hear the sounds of one of the doors opening. As you return to the central chamber without any failure, that door heading to the north opens. Inside, you see what looks to be a gathering point, a place where dwarves would have likely held council meetings, would have discussed matters, things like that. This is more the seat of power here for this particular mine. And it is a sight to behold. A huge battle had taken place here. And lying in the center of this chamber is a great and terrifying looking beast. Its head almost like a twisted and contorted skull of a deer. Its body shaped almost like leather and fur. And the torn off and ripped appendages of dozens, if not more, dwarves thrown about this place. You can see these corpses have bite marks and claw marks all over them. And most importantly, you see that picks and steel have been used to fell this mighty creature, which lies dead and still before you. What do you
Gross.
wish to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna say one more time. This seems to be the theme of this whole day that we've been having together. But I don't like this. I don't like this one little bit.
Especially not with that music.
No. It's soothing music.
Oh, actually, yeah, now that the bagpipes are in there.
I feel like
Actually,
peace right
that's
now.
exactly what happens. Priscilla, looking down at the bodies of all the dwarves, pulls out her bagpipes and begins playing.
Beautiful.
What do you think happened here?
Maybe this is what they're referring to of what they've done. They unleashed this beast somehow.
Yeah.
But where did
Yeah.
it come from?
I don't know. Is there any visible signs of where it would come from? Like, did it come through a door, or is it just there?
It's strange. With the doors locked, it's almost impossible for it to have come from outside.
There's only one place this could have come from, lass.
Where's that?
Down.
What?
Down.
Down?
Down. When I was a wee lad, saw creatures similar to this. Not the same, but similar. Oh, that's it. I've seen it before. It was,
Alrighty.
Mhm.
I was waiting for a
alrighty.
story there.
Me too.
Is anyone else thinking that maybe it's not a great idea to open those Doors.
To the north, Priscilla points at the vault doors.
How does she know which way's north?
Oh my god.
She doesn't.
happens
She
to
knows
you
where the
pointed it
door
out.
is, and she's pointing at it.
You schmuck.
I don't know. Maybe she's pointing backwards.
Well, I don't know. What should we do? Should we keep going or what? Like, we haven't found what we came for, and I don't know. Pea sugar, you gave these people a nice send off. It's lovely.
Thank you.
I do really want to burn everything. I think it's the right way to
No,
go.
no,
I know.
no.
Not again.
I know.
You keep
I
your
won't.
blame to yourself.
I won't. For now. For now.
If it's moving, go ahead.
All right. That's a fair rule that I can live up to.
Shall we try the doors?
We go north.
Yeah. Is there anything else that we can see in this room before we go, other than bodies? Like,
The bodies, the signs of the war, the dwarves that are fighting. If you look closely at the dwarves, they also seem to have that black ichor around their lips as well.
okay.
You don't ignite them.
Yeah, I don't like that. All right, let's try the door.
Right.
You go for it, Tordek. Or Pea Sugar, you're good at
No.
cracking.
Priscilla is keeping her. She's like in the door frame, just ready to swing in case anything comes out.
Mm.
And I'll use Mage
Positioning
Hand to
herself.
open the door.
All right. Unfortunately, it requires a key. It looks like a tumbler of some kind.
We got one of those, don't we?
Priscilla will reach into her ample bosom and produce the keys and
Yep.
try one and then the other if it doesn't seem to work.
Neither of them work individually, but when you
Then-
combine them,
She'll combine
and-
them.
you can insert the tumbler in, and sure enough, beyond the door opens a vast treasure room filled to the brim with gold, rubies, emeralds, gemstones, and crates laden with all of the best of the mine has to offer. At the center of this room, a large stone altar with a tablet that is on a red velvet sheet and a cushion. It seems to have some strange markings, neither dwarven nor human, something old, much older than you've ever seen before. And that's when, out of the corner of your eye, you see it. Piles and piles of bags stained black and inky. One of the bags opened partially reveals a thick, almost obsidian-styled rock with a vein of almost like this glowing, kind of swirling liquid gray. You know that this is smog rock in quite vast quantities.
We found a bunch of drugs.
Is this what they were? Is this what he's into? Drug dealing?
I guess, and look at all this, what happened here. I don't know. I've never tried smog rock. Maybe this is what caused all the other stuff going on. I don't know. But that's the tablet that we came for, right?
So we take the tablet, burn the drugs.
Well, hold on.
I get to burn things?
Hold on.
I like you a lot, Tordek.
Do you know how much this is worth on the open market?
And look what happened to everybody here that knew how much it was worth.
Right, but we're not gonna fight over it, is what I'm saying.
Other people will, and I could burn this, and it would be fun for me to burn this. That's worth more to me than whatever. We'd have to actually put in work to sell this stuff.
I do have a question though. The way that this drug is taken, is it smoked or eaten?
Okay, so the way this is taken, it is crushed and then lit as a powder,
Okay.
almost like opium.
Okay, we're not
Okay.
Maybe burning it isn't the best idea in here.
That's the end.
Maybe.
With Priscilla and Farron's powers combined, We can do these drugs.
Done. All right.
Careful Cantrip does not condone drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
of Any kind.
as you pick up the tablet and make your way out of the dungeon, the truth behind what caused the fall of Olbrio is always going to remain a mystery. How did this beast come? How did they kill the dwarves? Why were so many of them victim to the allure of the smog rock? And most importantly, why does the tablet you are leaving with have a soft, barely audible heartbeat?
I don't like
With
that.
that,
Ooh.
and with that, we are going to end today's session.
No.
Priscilla
What?
would break that
At the
tablet
end of
so
the-
fucking quick.
At the end of the tablet? Oh.
Oh my
the best.
god.
Oh.
Okay.
It's very
So
chilly. Very
I'll give you
chilling.
guys. I'll give you guys a bit of a freebie here because who knows when I'll get back to the story here. The actual truth behind what had happened here is the old man. What was his name? Galen. He actually had a brother, Ulgin, who found the smog rock, and they got into a lot of arguments about what to do with it. Ultimately, Galen wanted to sell it and do stuff, but Ulgin didn't want to. So he sealed the dwarves who had fallen victim to it inside the vault, and then killed himself because Galen wouldn't let that happen. So the only way to make sure is he locked himself in that chamber and made sure that Galen couldn't come in. So Galen had abandoned this place for years up until this whole thing, and yeah, that was kind of it. As for the creature and the beast is and was a Wendigo, and had we had a little bit more time, I
Ooh.
probably would have had the Wendigo come up, because again, there was no food, there was no water. These guys basically worked themselves to exhaustion, then started eating each other, and then Wendigo.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
That's dope.
So
But yeah,
cool.
no, this was a lot of fun. This was great. This was amazing. Thank you so much for having me here at the Summer One Shots, because it has been awesome. I've had the absolute pleasure of not only playing a couple of times, but now GMing. So yay!
Yes,
And
thank you.
what a wonderful job you did.
Absolutely amazing.
Yes,
Round of applause.
amazing.
Round of applause for Dag.
Thank you.
Very well done. Hold on, let me take us out of this. There we
Yeah,
go.
let's
Now they
go
can
back.
see all of our faces. Dag, I want to know why the tablet's heart beating now.
Yeah.
Can we just
That's another secret that comes in when
Yeah.
I decide to write the adventure for them exploring the super dungeon,
Ooh.
which
Hold on.
is,
Are you about to say what it is?
No.
Okay, because I don't like spoilers.
No, I'm definitely not gonna say what it is. But it's but inside will be a super dungeon that the dwarf, because the dwarves basically know a secret of Alestria, and that is there was a elder race beyond them,
Interesting.
and they are trying to prove it. They're trying to prove that there was someone or something around prior to like the elves and the dwarves and all of that. And no one knows exactly what it is. So this is kind of tied to that particular bit of lore and a bit of history.
That's amazing. I love
That's
it.
awesome.
And hey, if you want to learn more about Dag's wonderful lore, world, and history, go check him out on his channel, because
Yes.
he is phenomenal. He does this all the time. He shows us what it means to be a narrative DM and a cinematic DM. He is fantastic. And one of the reasons why we... Dag, shut up. I'm trying to talk about you. And that's one of the reasons why... You idiot. Shut up. I'm trying to compliment you. And this is why we love Dag over at Careful Cantrip, unequivocally, 100%.
Can I just say, first of all, there is a hype train happening, and it has been
Thanks, everyone.
insanity. First of all, Rowdy, you are, where's my bonk stick? You're banned. You're banned now. You're done. You're in a corner. Everyone else, thank you for all the bits, all the subs throughout. I missed it. What happened?
No, I was just what you said.
Okay, I didn't hear it. Anyways, yeah, thank you everyone. You guys are insane, and your support is really felt, and thank you for that. Yeah.
Sorry, my accent switched so many times, but I hope you enjoyed that part of it too.
Yeah, wasn't it?
They
Man,
all-
were you Lithuanian? Like, I'm just. trying to
I
figure
don't
out.
know, man.
Hey,
Like
Rowdy, stop. Relax.
I
Rowdy.
was 17 different things.
Oh my gosh.
It was.
I have no idea what I was
Asian.
either.
Rowdy, he was a spy
That's what it was.
from different countries, and she's like,
Yeah.
it's like that. It's like that Blackadder sketch. It's like I found him. I found the German spy. Yes, no, I keep telling people I am the German spy. Yes, you idiot. He's our spy. We sent him to Germany. Yes, okay, fine. I work in Germany. I may have picked up a teensy wincy accent.
That's such a good accent. Damn you. Damn
I
you
was
and your
thinking-
accents.
I was thinking about doing like one of my lines like in German, like just to
Just to throw
further
it
push
Yeah.
into that. Like
off. I could have seen it. Anyway, folks, thank you so much for joining us for the evening. Make sure to come stop by. Next week, we have our next special guest DM, which is none other than the lovely and talented Mendari, aka Faye. Phenomenal world builder and pretty decent DM, if I do say so myself. So definitely come check her out next week. Make sure to follow Dag on all of the things, the YouTubes, the Twitters, the Instagrams, do you have TikTok yet?
No, I don't have Instagram either, but let's keep going. I love the energy.
TikTok. Make sure to follow him on Vine,
MySpace.
OnlyFans. Oh wait, no, I can't say that one. Christian channel. I'll save that one for. Well, you'll see it on Dag's channel. But with that said, we're going to do a little bit of rating tonight because we love doing a little bit of rating around here. And who are we going to be rating for the evening?
I don't know, but thank you again, Rowdy. You need
Yeah,
to stop,
Rowdy.
but thank
I
you.
mean-
You're crazy. You're crazy. I love it. I love every part of it.
Okay, so I think we are going to check out our friends who are here a little bit earlier, none other than Art Hard Studios, amazing group of people out of the Las Vegas area, I believe. Yeah, great group of guys. Raise your lighters up for them. They're amazing. If that's your kind of thing,
Rowdy.
no judgment. Is Rowdy still doing stuff? Rowdy.
What did you do
Yes.
now? Oh,
Yeah, we need to get out of here. Before
Yeah, we need to leave.
Yeah,
Get
we just
outta
need to
here.
run.
Rowdy. Oh my God. Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much, my
you.
friend. Very, very much appreciated. And hey, with all the announcements, just a quick reminder. First and foremost, Campaign 2 starting August 9th, right here at twitch.youtube.com/twitter.carefulcantrip.com. Check it out.
Absolutely.
Other than that, the other big announcement is, hey, guess what? We're streaming our wedding. That's going to be a thing. That is happening on Saturday, July 16th.
Boy, that was close. Yep.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm seeing the future.
We will make sure.
You got to remember that because that's going to be your anniversary as well. So nail that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Dag doesn't have a chance in hell anymore, so he's completely out of running.
You reckon everyone? You look. If you know anyone in this industry that can rise to a challenge and make impossible stuff happen, you shouldn't be challenging me. Just
That's
saying.
fair. That's very fair. That's very fair. Have I learned time zones yet? No, not whatsoever, buddy. Not whatsoever. With that said, yeah, I think we might pop into Discord for a little bit of an after party a little bit later. We'll see. We'll post a message down in Discord if we do. Other than that, that's all I got. Dag, is there anything else you would like to say to the lovely people out there?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, a couple of things. I will say as well. On Saturday, our good friend, community good friend, Dreaded GM is actually doing a big charity event for UNICEF
Yeah.
to help out people who are suffering over in the Ukraine. So if you want to come and check us out, I'll be doing some stuff with there. I don't know what I'll be doing there, but we'll be doing stuff.
What time are you doing your thing there? Because I'm going there too.
I'm gonna be
there
that's the
too.
thing. I don't know what I'm doing yet because Dread hasn't told me, but I've said I'll
Me
do
too.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. So me and Dave might be doing stuff together.
We
Who
might be
knows?
doing
We'll see.
it. Yeah, we might do
Are we
a
doing
stream.
nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. So go check that out and go help out and donate and stuff like that. And as always, as is said here on this particular channel and this particular show, be careful out there because it's dangerous. And if you come across undeads, dwarves with giant burning beards,
Mhm.
if you run away too fast, you can trip. So be careful, because you can.
Very nice.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Loved
I
it, buddy.
tried. Yeah.
Best one yet. Best
Yeah,
one yet.
best one
That's
yet.
what,
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, in that case, otherwise, we will see you next week. Love. Oh no, are we streaming tomorrow?
Let's check the Discord.
Check the Discord.
They'll be
If not,
streaming
we'll be
tomorrow.
in
Come and
touch.
tune in when
Yeah,
they
we
when they
might.
come back tomorrow.
We might not.
Yeah.
Professional streamers. We got this
They'll
all locked
absolutely
down.
come streaming.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Lock it in your calendars.
Put it
Yeah.
down.
Be here.
Tentatively.
Dag will be here. Dag will be here because he's gonna
Yeah,
pick it up
yeah,
for
that's
us,
it.
right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I don't know why we're doing this, but I want to.
All
now.
right.
All right,
This has
guys.
this has turned
can't
into
do
something
it.
else entirely. All right, guys. Love all your faces. We'll see you whenever we see you. We'll talk to you next time. Take care.
Bye.